Dear Diary, so today I want to talk about my empties. Yes, so the first one that I want to talk about is Lilac Path by Aerin. So this is actually a perfume that I have been really looking forward to try, and I was at a point wanted to blind buy this, but I am very thankful that I didn't go ahead and blind buy. So according to some reviews, this is the most realistic lilac perfume that they can find. So this is Lilac Path by Aerin. So I finished this. What is this? This is a 1 ml, I believe. So this is just a 1 ml. Oh, it's a 2 ml. Good. So 2 ml is a very sufficient amount for me to try what I like. So Aerin Lilac Path. This is, I'm very glad that I didn't go ahead and blind buy it. This is actually inspired by the lilac bush in front of Estee Lauder, Aerin's grandmother Estee Lauder. The lilac bush that is grown outside her summer cottage. So it is inspired to be a very realistic, quite wet, quite green lilac. I would have to say that if the inspiration comes from there, then it really does a good job in portraying that scene of that lilac bush outside of a summer cottage, because this is quite green. The galbanum here, there is galbanum, jasmine, angelica, and orange flower, and also of course lilac in the note breakdown in Fragrantica. So I have to say that what I really get is the galbanum. The galbanum really plays really plays like a huge role in this, because in the beginning, of course, you get a little blast of this powdery lilac scent, a little bit powdery, but it is quickly mixed with this green quality of this galbanum, making it very realistic. Yeah, making it very realistic. It's not like the lilac that you would get, say, from powder, like say, not the powdery lilac that people would get from all this powdery scent. It's very realistic, as there is some greenness in the fragrance. Other than galbanum, I would have to say that the lilac really isn't the star of the show, because it seems like it's lilac with something else. It's lilac in the beginning, in the initial stage, it's lilac in the galbanum. As it starts to develop into the mid, it is lilac with jasmine. I have to say that even the jasmine is more prominent than the lilac. So it's really like the white floral, and it's fresh. The greenness of the galbanum is still there. It's mixed together with this fresh jasmine. It's not really that indolic jasmine. It's a really fresh, like dewy jasmine. And together with that I get a little bit of bitterness quality, like a little bit bitter from the angelica. Angelica can have this green bitter effect, and it's really quite present in this one. So it's like lilac is paired with galbanum, lilac is paired with jasmine, and then lilac is paired with angelica. I don't really get much of orange flower, but all in all, this is not really, to me, it is not really a warm, elegant, cozy lilac. Not really. It's a very realistic lilac, in a sense of it is really growing with other plants outside someone's cottage. Yeah, so that's about the scent. About projection is really not that good. I would have to be really honest here, because on me it's like the first 10 minutes I can smell it, and the rest of the duration which it stays on my skin, it would be a skin scent. It's really a skin scent that I would really have to bury my nose onto the spot that I spray it to smell it, which is a shame. I can't even smell it when I wave my hands around, I have to really bury my nose into it. So yeah. About longevity, it's very difficult for me to determine how long lasting this is, because it's really very soft. Yeah, I think that is the main reason that after I finish this sample, I wouldn't be rushing out to get a big bottle, because for me it's just not worth it. I have had fun with this 2 ml, and yep, that's it. It would be kept forever in my memories. So another one that I finished, another empty, is New Look, Dior New Look 1947. I'm not sure if you can see it. Okay, so this is 7.5 ml, I guess. I still have a little bit there left because I still want to smell it now and then sometimes. Yeah, that being said, I'm not sure if I would get a full-size bottle. This is Dior New Look 1947. In the top you have this pink pepper. Not really that spicy. It's just like a, you know, the texture of something rough, something a little bit tinkling, nose tinkling. Very mild pink pepper, I would say. And then what is really interesting about this fragrance is the Ylang Ylang. The Ylang Ylang in here almost has this banana-ish kind of texture, which is really interesting, and I really like the Ylang Ylang that performs like that in here. It's not really that boozy. It's not a boozy Ylang Ylang. It's almost fresh. But it doesn't smell like banana anyway. It is, you know, it has that quality. This is Ylang. And then together with the Ylang, I do get a little tiny touch of jasmine, not too much. And the jasmine is not anywhere indolic, which is, you know, what this fragrance is about. It's not an indolic floral. It's a very beautiful, elegant, sweet, non-offensive floral, with Ylang being the main character, playing the major role. Honestly, I don't get too much of a rose. I try to detect some rose, but it's not really that obvious. Maybe, you know, I still have a little bit left. Maybe I'll try again and see if I can get a little bit of rose there. And then, yes, there is tuberose. The tuberose play a role in here. Other than the banana-ish Ylang Ylang that I mentioned just now, the tuberose has this very mild, very mild coconut quality. Yeah, it's not that green type of tuberose, and it's not that huge, overwhelming tuberose. It's a very sweet, coconutty tuberose, but it still takes the backseat. The Ylang Ylang is more in the forefront. Yeah, it's like if Ylang Ylang is the main player, then the tuberose would be this garment, this beautiful white garment that this lady is wearing. But this lady just doesn't, you know, go swirl and turn in front of everyone. You know, the one that is swirling and turning in front of everyone is the Ylang Ylang in here. So tuberose is just the right amount of sweet. I am grateful that it doesn't go crazy. You know, it doesn't go crazy with the coconut. I sometimes get kind of sick with the coconutty tuberose, which is quite loud, and I don't know, sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming. But it's really tamed down. It's really tamed. It's just like I said, the tuberose would be this lady in white who will be sitting at the side and watching, while the lady in the yellow, which is the Ylang Ylang, she would be the one swirling and turning in front of everyone. So there is gardenia. Well, gardenia, I don't really get too much of a gardenia. Maybe just a little bit, just to round the whole fragrance up a little bit. And it quickly dries down to this benzoinic vanilla thing, you know, base that is supporting the whole fragrance. Now let's talk about this benzoin and vanilla. It doesn't come across as very sweet. It doesn't come across as cloying. You know, benzoin has this almost incensey quality, but it's like a vanillic, smoky, a little bit deeper kind of character, right? So this benzoin on my skin, it is there. It is more prominent than the vanilla. The vanilla of this vanillic ice cream texture, it's just a little bit. It's not even that sweet actually. The benzoin is more prominent. The benzoin has this resinous quality. It is still very much grounded by this Ylang Ylang, and top up with this a little bit resinous, a little bit incensey, a little bit dry, not too dry, kind of a very light shade of amber. Yes, a very light shade of amber. So it's this benzoin that lifts up this whole composition. So that is what I want to talk about it today. New Look 1947. I like it, but I'm not sure if I would like a bigger bottle. I don't know. The performance, okay, let's talk about performance. It's really close to the skin. It's really close to the skin, but it is long lasting. After, typical of a 7-8 hours, I can still smell it. It's just not that projecting, but it has this velvety, airy, smoky benzoin air that lingers around, which is quite enjoyable. I would say I enjoy New Look 1947 much better than Aerin Lilac Path. So that will be the two empties that I've made these past 2 weeks. Yep. See you in the next one. Bye.